All right, good morning, Panama City. Happy Tuesday after Memorial Day. Usually bring this on Mondays, but I thought yesterday, I was like, man, I bet everybody's traveling, right? So here we are, Tuesday after Memorial Day. It was a busy week, busy weekend. Here's the things we're going to talk about today. I'm going to go over the numbers as always. Then I'm going to talk to you about doing business over holidays because I ran into some things this week. And then I'm going to give you a little tidbit on what I'm learning about the rentals going into June and July based on talking to clients and rental companies. All right. So compelling stuff. Let me go ahead and share screen. Hope everybody had a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. Let's dive in. So Panama City Beach, new listings 34. Okay. So a little bit of an increase from what we were seeing last couple of weeks, but not too far out of bounds, right? Pending properties, 8. Look, what we want to get Panama City Beach to is a 50% ratio. So if we're bringing on 30 new listings, we want to be writing about 15 new contracts. That's the goal. The reason I'm doing that is I'm relating that to other markets that we're working in where we want to be chopping away at that inventory level. We don't want that inventory level to keep getting so top heavy that we're not eating away enough of it with those pending contracts. So that's a goal. We closed 8, right? So that's right in line. So if you're writing 8 contracts, closing 8 contracts makes sense, right? Here's the one I want to stare at today, Panama City Beach. 78 price reductions. Now, not overly shocking going into a holiday weekend, but with new listings 38 and 78 doing price changes, that means the market's trying to move to hit those numbers that it needs to. And that's okay. Listen, it's not a bad thing to be moving the price. Let me just go full screen. You've got to make some activity to make activity right now. Does that make sense? Especially in these condo buildings where if you look around you and you're saying floor plans out there like 6 times, and yes, they're shopping and seeing that you've got a little larger TV or your comforter may look better. But I mean, other than that, you've got to get compelling on the price point to stand out right now. There are buyers in the market. This is not a buyer-free market. They are out there. I talk to them on the phone. I've got calls with them all week. I'm trying to find new opportunities for them. But you know what I'm looking for, especially on the investment front? Something compelling, something that stands out from the fray. So if you're out there listing and you know you blend in and you know you're going to get a shot if everybody else gets a shot, that's not going to get you across the finish line. Come with something. Make yourself stand out, right? Let's talk about doing business. I mentioned this on another channel. Like, I got an offer this past Thursday going into holiday weekend, and we countered one time, and then the buyer started traveling and getting involved with family, as they should on Memorial Day weekend. But we lost traction on the deal, and I kind of want to pick it up this week when everybody's settled back in. To be honest, I always love getting offers, but that can be a challenge. My words to you would be, me stay in touch with the agent if you know you're going to be out of pocket, and let's just do it when you get back so that we can stay timely. Because starting a conversation around pricing, starting a conversation around negotiation, and then leaving it off, however you feel about it, we got to start completely over pretty much. Because both sides start thinking through everything, right? So it's just better to keep, I like momentum. I like momentum in the market. We like activity, and momentum in a deal matters a lot. Keeping the flow going. Everybody's talking about it, engaged. So if you know you're going to be a distracted buyer, maybe just think through that and see if that's the best opportunity for you is to start the negotiation, leave, and then come back, right? Let's talk rentals. Again, I mentioned this. I was talking to somebody, this is 38 specific, but close enough to Panama City Beach. A couple of clients who, one client has their June completely booked, and another one has June and July completely booked. But the one that has June has nothing in July yet. The similarity for both of these was when they started in May, neither one of them looked good at all for June. And then between the first week and the third week in May, June filled up. And this is a trend we're seeing across the board. There's a lot of inventory out there for rentals right now, right? Number one, you got to be compelling. You know that on the rental side, you want to look good. But also these buyers are booking last minute. There were times in the past they couldn't sit around and wait to see what might pop up. They needed to grab it early. A lot of them would go home and book it the same place next year. That still happens. But what's happening right now when you're looking, you're like, man, there's like 5 of them I'd be happy with. Maybe let's see what the rate does, or let's just hang in, make sure we make the best choice. We're going to be able to go to the beach, no stress. We'll just book a little last minute. And that's what they're doing. So it seems like to me, now there's another party. If you're not booked in June right now, it's probably price, because June looks pretty good across the board. So if you're out there and you don't have June bookings, you might want to tap your rental company and just say, hey, maybe we need to do something at price if we're not in June yet. But if you're not booked in July, I guess what I'm trying to say to you, and I do not have a rental company, this is just me talking to everybody, is expect some last minute reservations. And as you get up through mid-June, if it's not there yet, maybe wiggle that price, because you can still book it last minute. That's the trend that's going on, right? All right, excited, big week, Panama City. I've got actually a 1031 buyer looking between like 600 and $1 million. We're targeting West End, Panama City Beach. So I'm going to be out and about trying to figure out the best opportunity for them. So if you're somebody out there that feels like you've got a compelling property that fits that description, please do not hesitate to reach out. Hope you had a great Memorial Day. More to come on this channel. Appreciate you guys, and talk to you soon.